Shalom, family, it's your man Elijah. Thank you for joining me in Unsectarian Wisdom, and as usual, I'm a healthy, wise, strong, protected, celestial being that is loved by the Most High Creator. I'm back at the spot, family. Thank you for all your prayers, and we're here to talk about something. So today is January 3rd, right? But we want to talk about everything that's happened within the past 2 days since this Gentile New Year of 2024. And family, remember I've been telling y'all the two's been talking? This is everything that's happened in the past 2 days. I would say the biggest world events in the past 2 days, which has happened. And we're going to talk about those real quick, right? So let's go ahead and jump right in on this. So, but before I do, go ahead and drop in that fair use. All right, this information is being used for teaching purposes. I'm not trying to copyright nothing. Fair use, my people. Fair use. All right, let's start off with 5 killed after 2 planes in Japan burst into flames. Look. Oh, look at the screen. Look at that. 22 hours ago. Okay, 2. Look, I appreciate it. Look at the 2's working. Now I'm at 1 minute 22 seconds. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump in on this, family. I tell you, look, pay attention. Matter of fact, listen to the video, family.
At noon, a dramatic landing in Tokyo this morning. Video captured the moment a Japan Airlines jetliner erupted into flames after it collided with a Coast Guard plane on the runway. Take a look at that explosion. Miraculously, all 379 passengers and crew aboard that Airbus made it out safely. But we do know at least 5 of the 6 Coast Guard members on that smaller jet were killed. ABC's En Win explains what we've learned from the investigation.
A terrifying scene at Tokyo's Haneda Airport. A Japan Airlines plane erupting into flames after it collided with a Japan Coast Guard aircraft on the runway. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida says all 379 on board the passenger plane, including 8 children.
All right, family. Yeah, look, I want y'all. Did y'all notice something? Did y'all notice that it said? Hold on, let me switch back over. Oh, hey, and I stopped it at 222. Look, anyway, did y'all notice it said what? 2 airliners? Just saying, throw that. There go that 2 again, right? 2 airliners. All right, let's go to the next video. And before, just in case, you know, I want to pop up on this fair use, right? All right. Oops, wrong thing. And here goes something right here. Fair use.
Chilling details of what authorities are investigating as a possibly thwarted terror attack in the first hour of this new year, involving a deadly car explosion and fire in Rochester, New York. Authorities say 1 car crashed into another outside the Kodak Center just before 1 a.m. One of the vehicles in flames while still moving. Both cars hitting pedestrians and other vehicles. The FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force is now working with local police. ABC senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katursky leads us off.
Tonight, the FBI and police in Rochester, New York are investigating whether a car crash early this New Year's Day may have thwarted a terror attack. The fiery crash happened just before 1 a.m. outside the...
Did y'all notice something, family? Look, it was 2 vehicles and 2 killed in Rochester. 2. There go these 2's, family. In the beginning, look, this is within the first 2 days of the Gentile New Year.
Kodak Center, where 1,000 people were coming out of a concert. A large SUV struck a smaller SUV as it pulled out of a parking lot. The force of the collision sent the 2 vehicles crashing through a group of people crossing the street.
2 people were killed and 2 more are fighting for their life as a result of a motor vehicle collision.
A number of pedestrians were injured. The crash caused a fire that took an hour to extinguish.
Once the fire was extinguished, first responders located at least 12 gasoline canisters in and around the striking vehicle.
12.
For weeks, police around the country...
12 is what? 1, 2, 12, 2 sets of 6, 12?
Heightened alert out of concern the war in the Mideast could lead to violence at home.
Okay. Did y'all see the 2's in that video, family? Hey, let's go ahead and go to the next one. Let's go ahead. Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use, right? Okay, let's go ahead and hop back in. South Korea's opposition leader stabbed in neck.
A politician in South Korea was stabbed in the city of Busan. Reports say opposition leader Lee Jae-myung was stabbed in the neck while he was touring the site of a proposed airport in the port city. Video shows the attack. The suspect allegedly approached Lee in a crowd of people and asked him for an autograph before assaulting him. The attacker was quickly subdued.
We could just say that's involving 2 men. You want to throw that in there? All right, hold on. Okay, so that was that one. And it's not funny. I'm not laughing at the man getting attacked, family. It's not. That's not what I'm laughing at myself, giving myself giggles. Anyway, let's go to the next one. And fair use, fair use, fair use, my people. Fair use. All right.
On the western shore of Honshu Island, the earth begins to tremble. Towns and cities begin to shake as a series of earthquakes rock parts of central Japan. The information board at a station in Ishikawa swings wildly. Passengers on the trains gasp for air as the tectonic plates which lie beneath this region shift and slide and buckle. No deaths or injuries have been reported, but officials report 6 incidents where people were buried under rubble. 50.
I could be wrong, family, but checking on it, there have been deaths from this incident reported, and this is at 822,000 views. And you saw the board where it had the 2 up in the train station. Hey, I'm just throwing it out there. Like I said, I'm throwing it out there. All right, let's go ahead and jump to the next one. This is the last one I'm gonna show, family. Then we're gonna talk a little bit. Then I'm gonna leave y'all alone. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
In the Middle East, the U.S. military destroying 3 boats that ambushed a container vessel in the Red Sea. The Iran-backed Houthis were behind that attack. Congressman Michael Waltz applauded this U.S. response, but says it's time to go after Iran directly.
This is an attack
802.
Because 20% of global trade
Fox News, there you
sea.
go.
Sometimes you have to escalate to de-escalate, but this administration is so afraid of escalation. Eventually, Jason, one of these missiles are going to get through. It's going to sink one of our ships. Iran, look.
Okay, I think y'all got the point. We saw that. So, family, look, this is like I told y'all, family, the twos. All this happened within the first 2 days of the Gentile New Year 2024. What's going on, family? Right? And as I'm sitting here looking at this, right, and thinking about this, what came to my spirit is this, right? Because yesterday I actually went to go check out the new Aquaman 2 movie, which is why earlier when y'all saw me bring that up, right? The new Aquaman 2 Lost Kingdom. And matter of fact, I didn't even realize this. Look, I'm not doing this on purpose, family. I'm not even realizing it. I just picked this out for this. As I'm getting this video set up, I went to Google, typed in Aquaman 2. And this is the one I chose, copy and paste. And I'm just now noticing that it's saying it came out December what? 22nd. Family. The 2. What is these 2s? What is going family, look. So when I saw this movie, remember, family, I had told y'all to go check out Brother Abdullah's page. He broke it down. He went a lot deep. He did a 2-hour video. I'm just going to mention some things that I saw, right? Okay, so basically, at least to me though, the main point and story of this movie, family, if you haven't seen this movie yet, I'm not going into a bunch of spoilers or nothing. I'm just gonna tell you a few things I saw. That in the beginning of the movie, family, they showed this image of the ice wall in Antarctica, and it was falling apart like it was melting. Family, this movie is a message that the ice wall is melting, that it's coming down, or also the veil of illusion that has been in this world, the lies are coming down, the veil's coming down. The truth is about to reveal to everyone about how our realm truly looks, about how our plane of existence truly works and how it truly looks. Family, this right here, this global warming thing, a hoax. It's a hoax, family. If you watch, family, I did a video on my page when I first started this page. I did a video and I was speaking about how we are in a time spell, that the ice wall helps keep us in this land in a spell, in a time spell. And it took me back to this movie. I think the movie is called The Beach, and it's about this family who goes on this trip, and I think it's an Asian country, or like an island, maybe off Thailand, or it was an island somewhere, right? And these family went on the vacation on this island, and they went on a trip to the beach. And then when they went to the beach, they realized they were aging faster. So in other words, in 24 hours they would be dead, because in 24 hours they would age to old age on the beach. They were unnaturally progressing in time and age. So that movie, family, was basically a allegory for, to me, what my spirit was telling me of what's going on right now within these walls, within the ice walls of this world that we live in, within our bubble or under our sphere, right? That we're actually we're under a spell. And Aquaman is giving out hints, family, that the ice wall is coming down. The spell is being broken. The ice is melting, and it's going to reveal something. When that ice wall in Antarctica melts, family, it's going to reveal a whole other realms, whole other species, whole other beings and existences that have been out there since this entire time that we didn't know, family, right? So also, in Aquaman, I noticed, if you've seen the movie War of the Worlds, especially the newer one with Tom Cruise, well, it's not the newer one anymore, but the most popular one with Tom Cruise. And if you've seen that, remember the tripods, right? Called War of the Worlds. In this movie, there are tripods in it. And the tripods are representation of a war of the worlds, the war between two worlds, the war between Atlanteans and land dwellers. But it's also representation of what's going on in this world. The fight between the spiritual and the physical, or the war between us who live within this world that we call Earth and the worlds outside of the ice wall and the extraterrestrial lands. The collision of two worlds. But then also in my last videos, family, remember, I brought up, and Brother Abdullah's brought this up as well when he recently introduced some Bible verses that in his spirit referred to him of the lost world, the lost city, lost world of Atlantis, Atlanteans being mentioned in the Bible. But I've also given y'all examples many times where I've read out of the second book of Ezra. Is in the second book of Ezra out of the Apocrypha, in chapter 7 and 13, where it gives you kind of hints and allegories of Atlantis, how it speaks about dwellings under the sea, right? And how it talks about how the Messiah is going to come out of the ocean. It says the Messiah comes out of the midst of the ocean. And we talked about how, space is fake, family, and it's really just, space is really just the ocean. It's the outer ocean, or it's outer space. Not like outer space like they show us in movies, but outer space. I'm sitting in space right now. Air. Look at all this free space around me. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what Aquaman is talking about, family. But here's the thing, and I'm going to say this again. When we watch most of these Marvel and DC movies, with the exception of, what's his name? The one The Rock just did, Black Adam, family. Look, the truth is, all the characters that are the superheroes that are meant to be the so-called good guys, family, they're actually the bad guys. Aquaman is actually bad. And hear this. What is the name of the main villain in this movie? His name is David. And David is a what? David is a so-called black man. He represents David from the Bible. He's representing the Israelites, right? And what is David trying to do? David's trying to melt the ice walls. In other words, reveal the truth to the world of what's going on. He's really trying to, he's tired of the wrong people prevailing. Although the movies paints him in a bad light, and in some ways, yes, I see how the movie, and I see how he could be the bad guy in real life, how the movie depicts him. But you gotta look deeper. You gotta look at the deeper message. Aquaman is fighting to protect what? Babylon. Aquaman and most superheroes, family, they're all fighting to preserve the status quo. They're all fighting to preserve the world and the way it is. They're all fighting to preserve the Babylonian system. They don't want their heaven to go away. They don't want their dainties. This is their heaven. And they don't want the beast system to fall. So Aquaman and all the so-called good guys are actually fighting to maintain this world and how it is now, family. That's just the truth of this movie. And David, the so-called bad guy, is actually a representation of David, who is fighting to melt the ice wall, family. Ice wall's melting. That's the point of the movie. It's coming down. And also, family, as I was thinking about this, another thing came to my spirit. And let's another movie. Because I'm thinking about, I saw that movie, and then as I'm watching that movie, I'm thinking about everything I've seen, what's happened in the 5 days in the news. I'm actually talking to my neighbor about it, right? And then this comes to my spirit again. Godzilla and Kong, the new empire, this new movie. So, as I'm thinking about this movie, something comes to my spirit, says, look up the word Zilla. What is the meaning of Zilla? Where does that come from? So when I look up Zilla, and matter of fact, I didn't pull up on a computer, family. I apologize. So go ahead. If you want to, pause it right now. Pause the video and go to Google and type in the meaning of the word Zilla, or the definition of the word Zilla, or what is the real meaning, or what is the original meaning of the word Zilla. But I'm just going to tell you now, I should have put it up. I apologize. You know, I be doing stuff like that. But when I'm doing recording, I don't like pulling up new pages all the time, because with my software, it slows the computer down, and I don't want to mess up the video quality video, because, you know, I don't have the best resources right now with making my videos. You know, I work what I got, so I got to work with how, you know, what's best for the video. But anyway, the meaning of Zilla, family, means shadow. The meaning of Zilla, this word, Z-I-L-L-A, means shadow. So as I looked that up, right, I'm looking up, oh, and you know what it means, shadow? It means in Hebrew. The original word, the definition of Zilla came out on Google as meaning shadow in Hebrew. This Zilla is a Hebrew word. Who would have thought? Godzilla. What's the name of the movie? Godzilla. And family, I have told y'all before, remember, God actually, gods are, okay, in this movie, let's try to keep it simple. In this movie, so when you take the word God and Zilla, this is what my spirit's telling me, right? God's shadow, huh? Okay. Or God's shadow is represented in the form of Godzilla's destructive power over the earth, almost like a force of nature. Because remember, Godzilla's like a force of nature. They can't, if you're familiar with Godzilla movies most of the time, Godzilla's like an unstoppable force of nature. Godzilla destroys everything in its path, like a hurricane, like a tsunami, like a volcano, you know, like a natural event. It's so big, it's I guess you can almost say it's like Behemoth, right? Or it's like Godzilla is like a mix between Behemoth and Leviathan, because it's in the ocean, but it can also destroy on land as well. It can destroy in the ocean and on land. So guys, I'm going to read that again. This is something I wrote. Godzilla, meaning God's shadow, is represented in the form of Godzilla's destructive power over the earth, almost like a force of nature. All right, but then also another thing came to my spirit. Godzilla is a representation of the Most High Creator in its natural state, a spirit engulfed in its natural darkness. So remember, family, in the beginning, it says the spirit of the Most High hovered over the darkness of the deep, right? Because everything comes from the dark, family. I've been telling y'all this for a minute now, that the Most High, family, I know a lot of people like to hear it, is light comes from darkness. Everything started from the dark, family. So when the enemy tells you to fear the dark, they're really telling you to fear the Most High, because the Most High is not a man, it's not a woman, the Most High is not an inanimate object. The Most High is just ether, pure spirit. The Most High is nothing, but not in a negative way, but nothing as in everything. Because in the beginning was nothingness. Just the mind. Just the consciousness of the Most High. And to the Most High said, let there be light. Another understanding of light is wisdom, family. Let there be wisdom. Let there be knowledge. Let there be words going out into creation. That light was creation, was thinking, was manifesting. It all came from the darkness. And I'm watching another show called Van Helsing the other day. And when I was with my moms, and in Van Helsing, this one character, when he got the ability, he was trying to he was trying to delete himself, right? And he jumped off a roof. And then he woke up hours later in a morgue. And he was screaming. And he said, man, I thought I'd never get out of that darkness. Remember, family, I read to you guys in the Coburn Bible. And it was explaining how the Most High Creator. If you watch my video called Planet of the Apes and the Second Exodus, I showed a scene. No, I read a verse out of the Planet of the Apes when I was trying to explain to you Planet. When I read out of the Kabbalah too, trying to explain to people how the Most High Creator is just one, how it is everything, how the Most High Creator engulfs everything. And I read a verse from the Coburn where it's explaining how it said that the Most High in its natural form is unmanifested potential. And unmanifested potential is madness. So when that man went to the darkness, he was scared, family. They want you to think it's hell. It's not hell. We're in hell now. Hell is a state of mind. Hell is a state of being. Hell is just constant chaos. Hell is a lack of peace. And suffering. And it doesn't mean you have to be tortured. Yes, people can be tortured, but it happens in life and warfare, and it's happened all through life. But it's not. Hell isn't always physical pain. A lot of times it's really mental anguish. You know what I'm saying? It's not having peace within yourself, or even just peace in the world in general. So once again, just relaying to y'all, family, that's what it means, right? So this darkness. So when it says Godzilla. Okay, so also too, remember too, family, in Godzilla, especially this is for my Dragon Ball Z once again fans, right? Remember in the first when Dragon Ball Z first came out in like the 90s, was it late 80s or early 90s? I think it was the early 90s. Remember they had tails. Goku and them, they could have tails, right? So the tails are remember, family, Super Saiyan's a representation of what are they called? Of of Hebrew Israelites, right? Especially our warriors, right? And that's also presented by the tail. The tails of monkeys. And who they call monkeys? Us. And then especially if you saw my Planet of the Apes, right? And the Second Exodus, the monkeys, right? So Godzilla represents the Hebrew Israelites. No, I mean King Kong represents the Hebrew Israelites. And Godzilla represents what? The shadow or the spirit of the Most High. Although I've told y'all about the God word, it's really the creator. But anyway, in this case, it's representation of the spirit of the Most High. So the spirit of the Most High fighting with who? In the dark up here? The Hebrew Israelites. The monkey represents Hebrew Israelites, Super Saiyans. Right? So Hebrew Israelites have the spirit of God as they fight this red monkey, representation of Esau. The red monkey, the red hairy monkey, is representation of Esau, Godzilla, King Kong, the new empire, right? So let's go back to this, family. So at the end of the day, the message is, right? So basically, and then remember, family, Godzilla. Have y'all noticed this year? There's by the end of last year, and look, by the end of last year, and then in March of this year. That's 3. There will be 2 Godzilla movies and a Godzilla TV show that will be out by March 15th. Two Godzilla -1 and Godzilla Monarch came out in about December. It was either November, December of 2023. These past couple months. In March, this is coming out. So all these new Godzilla movies coming out, family. Why this time? Why? Because they're representation of the state of the world right now. The spirit of the Most High is over the world right now, family, bringing destruction in Babylon. Because, family, and let me go back to this Aquaman, family. Look, Godzilla is representation. This, let's say Godzilla, right? God's spirit. The Most High is nature. The Most High is everything. So Most High will use nature to destroy Babylon, to destroy Mammon, to destroy what man has built with their hands, to put themselves over the Most High, to call themselves being greater than the spirit of the Most High, when the spirit of the Most High is everything. So the Most High, so Godzilla represents the spirit of the Most High and the destructive power of the Most High. And all this family, and once again, even with Aquaman, is representing the end of the Babylonian system is coming down, family. Simple as that. And family, look, some people be scared, but I'm not trying to put fear upon you. Especially, you know, us who are covered by the Most High. We pray, we fasten, and look, this, but also too, but look, the Most High could call us home tomorrow too. So nobody is free from persecution. But understand, family, these are signs of the times we are in, that the fall of Babylon is nigh. And these superheroes in the movies that we marvel, you know, the Justice League and the Avengers, you rooting for the bad guys, family, because they're fighting to keep this status quo established. All this, family, these movies are representing the fall of Babylon, which is coming. Leave the world behind, which we've talked about. There's new war coming out, Civil War. All this stuff is beginning to come, family. This is the fall of Babylon. So understand, family. But for those who truly have the wisdom, for those who hear me, understand, family, this isn't a bad thing for true believers, true understanding. Because we understand that the fall of one kingdom is the rise of another. Like Brother Abdullah was saying, Atlantis is rising. Atlantis is rising. It will be revealed to the world. Or the Hebrews are rising. The Most High is rising. The Most High's people are rising. In order for us to get back to our blessing, to our birthright, to us to get back to being the priest of the Most High, which is our blood right, for us to be who we were meant to be. The old kingdom has to fall, family. Family, we cannot be who we are under this Babylonian system. Now understand this. Most of the world is not going to be happy with this. It's going to be some horrible things to come. Some horrible things to see. And this is why I always tell y'all, family, look, all this, when people start talking about, oh, but you just got to have love. It's about love. And look, family, once again, when you say that, and you sit here talking about, or when people sit here and say, oh, this predictive program and all this, family, understand that Babylon still has a hold on to your heart, as well as there's fear. And look, I'm not blaming you for being fearful, because horrible things happen at the fall of civilizations. It's going to be a lot of hardship, a lot of truly being tested in your faith in the Most High, the things you're going to go through, the things you're going to see. But in order for the Most High's kingdom, you have to let go of Egypt. You have to let go of Babylon, family. And that's what's here. That's what's coming. This is the fall, family. The fall of everything. This is the fall of the Babylonian system and the rise of the Most High system. And once again, when you continue to hold on to it and make excuses and be like, oh, look, family, you can love all, look, you can sit here and have all the so-called love in your heart. And remember, we've been taught so wrong about the word love, and we've been lied to. Matter of fact, family, the word, what did you think they said back in the day? The love wasn't always a word that's been around. It's actually, compared to history, love is a fairly new word. So what word did they use back in the day, if not anything? Because they didn't. You didn't go around all the time saying, I love you, I love you. That's a trap of it. This love word. Because you can love all day, family. But remember, when a man or woman or animal has their back up against the wall, they ain't trying to hear nothing about love. They want to survive. They want to preserve their way of life. They look, in family, and for especially for us Most High believers who believe in the word, let's be honest, like when stuff hit the fan, a lot of people are going to be mad at us and be looking for someone to blame. Because of their fear. Because they think, look, I'm not saying laugh at what's coming, because we all going to go through it. We all going to be tested. And I'm not really laughing about it. And in a way, I'll be lying if I said I don't have a little bit of fear. But I'm putting all my all in prayer to trust in the Most High. And always ask Most High, take all fear. And I think if you say you don't fear, in a way, look, I'm not going to call you a liar. But I really don't, because I believe a little bit of fear. Everybody's going to have a little bit of fear because it's unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. although I do believe in past lives, I don't remember being deleted before or perishing. So at this point in my life, I don't remember what it's like. So this is brand new. And, they got all these movies out for a reason about the end of the world. We don't know how truly people are going to act or how it's going to go down. And yes, like I said, we can say it's love, but that's not going to work, family. Because remember, I've said it before, how something starts is how it ends. And this country was built off the back of slavery. It was built off the back of deleting people, of thievery, of rape, all types of injustices. And that's how it's going to end. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Seeds have been sown. Karma has to be answered for. And that is the time that we're in. So no matter how much you go around talking about kumbaya, love, Babylon has to fall, and it's going to fall, family. Whether I like it or you like it or not. I don't care. Look, and especially then they go, some people like you listen to certain people online or spiritual, oh, you got to get into good vibrations. Yes, be in good vibrations to make sure that you're covered. Being in good vibrations is going to make sure you're covered like Lot was covered by Abraham's prayer. But remember, even though Abraham prayed for Lot, Sodom and Gomorrah still got destroyed. But because Abraham prayed for Lot, the Most High sent the angels to deliver him. That's what your good vibrations for. That's what your love is for, to keep you protected. But your love ain't going to keep the world around you protected. It's not going to keep them from falling. It's not going to keep them from attacking you but them having to answer for attacking you. Like this, look, we praying for the spirit. Everyone listen to this video. Who's the fall of the Most High? I pray the blessing of Esther over you. So whatever hole the enemy digs for you to fall into, for the enemy falls into their own hole, even when they come to attack you. Right? So that's what we got to understand, family. That's what we have to understand. That's what's coming upon us right now. That's what season that we are in right now. So understand, no matter what I say or what you do, or what you say or how you feel, how much you love, the fall of Babylon is meant to come regardless, family. Especially for all y'all who be in the word and talk about, look, the word don't even talk about peace all the time. The word doesn't even promise you happiness all day long, 27. As a matter of fact, it says if you really follow in Yahushua, you'll be persecuted by the world. Because the world ain't right with Yahushua. The fall is coming, family. Get right with the Most High. Get right with the Spirit of the Most High. Hit up that Psalms 91. Do what you got to do. Fast, pray. We in that time, family. And God forbid, if the Most High call you, well, I'm not saying God forbid, but I don't want to wish nothing to nobody. But if the Most High call you home, pray for the Most High to take the fear of death out of you. But know that this ain't the end, family. Like when you go home, you really waking up, family, because I don't want nobody to fear death. It's not saying I want to go myself or anybody, but we don't know what's coming and what's going to happen, family. Just be ready and trust in all things. Trust the Most High. Don't trust in man. Don't even trust in yourself and your own flesh. Trust in the Most High. But we're about to see wondrous things, family. Like the Bible says, man, the prophets wish they could see this day, and we about to see it, family. The ice walls melting, the spells about to be broken, the veils coming down, the lies are about to be stopped being told, the truth is coming out. Atlantis is rising, the ice walls falling, family. Like I said, this global warming thing, it's a hoax. Remember, everyone who pushing global warming, family, what are they also talking about? Overpopulation, and then doing what with, and how are they trying to fix overpopulation? By taking the population's number down. How? You're just going to ask people to voluntarily delete themselves? So how, family? So understand that that's a trap. That global warming is against the Most High. Global warming is actually to stop people, to try to get people to fight against vibrations, whatever, just try to fight against the ice wall coming down, from the truth coming out. Family, we want the ice wall to come down. We want global warming. Why? Because that's when the truth will come out about how the earth really looks, its shape, about the other extraterrestrials, about the other different lands. We want the ice wall to come down because we're tired of the lies. Family, so understand what I'm saying, right? Oh, man. Family, and also I wonder, well, do I want to get into that right now? Hold on, do I want to get into what else do I want to talk about, family? There's something else I want to talk about. Or do I want to talk about that right now? Okay, what do I want to bring up? Family, hold on, what did I need to bring up? I need to bring up something. I wanted to talk about So, okay, y'all seen... Anyway, no, I'll talk about that another time, in another way. But anyway, this is the end of this message, family. So, if you haven't, go check out Brother Abdullah's breakdown of Atlantis, of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Shout out to Brother Abdullah's work. All praise to the Most High. Also, Big Levi, Big Judah, and even Elder Ayul and all the other content creators who are out there within this community, sending out this information. Also, remember in this time, family, I want to bring up all kinfolk ain't skinfolk. All skinfolk ain't all kinfolk ain't. Oh, all skinfolk ain't. All skinfolk ain't kinfolk, family. Remember, as stuff break down, family. First off, don't trust in nobody but the Most High, not even yourself. Have faith. Like I said, I don't like saying trust. I don't trust in nobody but the most spirit of the Most High. The Most High. That's all you can trust. But have faith. Have faith in those who have shown faith in their works and in their words. Have faith in those who have shown they've been seeking the Most. Like Yahushua said once again, they said, Master, your mother and brothers at the door asking for you. And Yahushua said, man, who are my mother and brothers but those who do the will of the Most High? Those are the people during these times, family, that you should be able to have faith in. And when I say faith, that don't mean trust. Trust in the Most High. Have faith because they've shown faith. They've shown their works. You know, you will know their fruit by their labor. And that doesn't mean they perfect. Family, once again, remember, good don't mean, look, a good person, a good man, a good woman, doesn't mean there's a difference between a good person and a righteous person. Remember, the word goods is a derivative of the goods is a play off the word God, right? And God, remember, isn't the creator. We're gods, right? Fleshly beings are gods. Or, yeah, we're gods. Or spiritual beings. But the creator is everything, right? So remember, family, understand this. Just because you're good doesn't mean you're righteous. A righteous person a good person doesn't necessarily mean they have ethics. Doesn't mean they're kind to everybody. It just means they're goods. Remember, goods are goods. Good means goods. Like goods you go buy at the store to help you in life, right? Goods are things you use to make your life easier, or goods are things you use to bring enjoyment to your life. They're inanimate objects. Goods are things outside of yourself, or you're good. You're good to helping this system continue to work. As they say, money makes the world go round, and what makes the money go round? Slave labor. People working to earn money and then spend money to make that money circulate, right? Your goods, family. Like when a woman says, oh, I need a good man. She didn't say that doesn't mean she wants a righteous man or ethical man. Or when a man says he wants a good woman, doesn't mean he wants a righteous or ethical woman. He just wants someone who's useful. He or she just wants someone that is useful for their happiness, for their joy, for what they're doing in life. So a righteous person is someone who understands they're not perfect. A righteous person who wakes up every day, family, who fights this war with the spirit and with the flesh. A righteous person is someone who works every day and fights to follow the commandments, the laws, right? Who understands they're not perfect. They make mistakes. Now, it's not saying that they make big mistakes all the time or they going around hurting people. But in life, you should be expected to make mistakes. You know, but a righteous person isn't going around willfully hurting people or willfully stealing from people, willfully committing adultery, willfully necessarily lying and stuff. A righteous person, like I said, doesn't think they're perfect. A righteous person knows they're not perfect. A righteous person gives respect to everyone. As a righteous person follows the law of the word, which is the two greatest laws. Love the creator with all your heart and do unto others as you have them do to you. At the best of their ability, right? A righteous person, like I said, is not perfect. A righteous person is an imperfect person. But they strive every day to please the Most High, to live righteously. But a good person, family, who is goods, who has reduced their selves to a product, to just a tool. Just because you're good don't mean you're ethical. Doesn't mean you have morals. Remember, family, a good person is the same person as your neighbor who you ate dinner with the night before, but will turn you into the authorities the next day. A good person was those German neighbors during the Holocaust who turned in their Jewish neighbors because the government said that they were destroying the nation and that they're bad. And so they turn them in. even though the night before they were eating dinner. That's what a good person will do to you. A good person owned slaves and beat them with whips. They thought they were good. They were a good person, but they weren't righteous people. Family, understand the difference between a good and a righteous person. Don't be fooled by these words anymore. Understand the deeper meanings, family. Goods are gods. That's why, once again, they say God is good, because gods are goods. Gods are goods to be used by the Most High Creator, the Spirit, to experience this realm. But that don't mean that they righteous. That don't, just because you're a God don't mean you're righteous. There's a difference between a good and right. And I say all that to say this, family, once again. The times that we coming in, you really got to look at people's actions and their words, because this is not going to be a time where you can just trust anybody. Remember, especially if you watch a lot of these, what is one of the main themes in these end of the world movies? What is really people's biggest enemy during these end of the world, especially like Walking Dead? Your biggest enemy is other people. Now, that's not saying be fearful, family. Look, when I say this is not me telling people to go out there and start being ruthless and start just cutting people down or doing horrible things. That's not me saying that. Keep, at the end of the day, family, keep your righteousness. Always, no matter how things look, continue to seek the Most High. Continue to do righteous things. It's just, but at the same time, be cognizant, be watchful. Don't be stupid. This is not the time to, if the enemy asks you to, excuse me, family. I'm talking, woo. Look, I know the word says turn the other cheek. And yes, when the situation allows you to, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all, family, this is a time to allow the enemy to destroy you, to allow someone to come up and steal from you. Look, if the situation dictates that it's for your best well-being and those around you to walk away, to turn the cheek, then you do that. Family, learn how to defeat your ego. During these times, a lot of people's egos is gonna be tested. And a lot of people gonna be extinguished because they can't get rid of their ego. Family, if it's for survival, do what you need to survive. Now, that don't mean sell your soul. That don't mean go sleep around or do nothing crazy or delete people. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, do what you need to do until you feel like the Most High says, hey, let him take me, if that comes the case. You know what I'm saying? God forbid, not wishing that. But those with wisdom, you know what I'm trying to say. You have to discern every situation, family. Some situations, the Spirit will tell you, okay, fight back. And then other situations, the Spirit will tell you, look, don't fight back, run. Or the Spirit will tell you, stay away from this person. You know, or once again, family, you don't help someone if it puts you in a situation. If you ain't got no food but for yourself, and you see someone starving, I'm not telling you don't help nobody. But sometimes, family, remember, karma's a real thing. The fall of Babylon is really a teaching moment, and for a lot of Gentiles. This is the wrath of the Most High coming on a lot of Gentiles. So, family, it's not for you to help them, to help stop their suffering. Because a lot of people, family, this is, whether they know it or not, this is what's coming, is what they asked for. This is what they've supported. This is what they believed in. And that even go for you. So this is why we ask every day, you ask the Most High to forgive you for your sins, to wash your sins away. Because you don't want to have to answer. Because if you answer for all your sins, family, you're going to be doing a lot more suffering than you have to do. Because your ego, because you don't want to ask the Most High for forgiveness. You don't want to humble yourself. So I hope I'm kind of explaining it, family. During these times, y'all have to be cognizant. Be wise. Like I said, still be righteous. It's not saying be evil, don't be stealing. We don't need no more extra deletion of people or thievery or doing all types of abhorrent things because government system and order falls out. No, still be wise, just don't be a fool, if that makes sense. You don't need to be nice to everybody. Be respectful. Sometimes it's best to, like I said, keep walking, mind your business. Stay away from certain people, certain situations. Don't put yourself in undue harm, in undue harm's way. That's the time we coming into, family. You know, it's really, Like, look, if a soldier come up, like the Bible says, if a soldier come up and tell you to carry his gear, if you feel like, look, if I don't carry this man's gear, this soldier's gear, he gonna pop me. Then by all means, carry his gear. And while you're carrying that gear, pray that the Most High will give you an opportunity to escape from the hands of the enemy. If someone asks you for water and you don't have nothing left, but you know that if you don't give them the water, they might pop you or something's gonna happen that you know you don't want to happen, then give them the water. And it don't mean you fearful. You're being intelligent, because family, there'll be many battles. You're trying to win the war, but you're not gonna win every battle. Like I said, ego. Sometimes, family, especially like, let's say someone will take something from you. If you know you can easily get it, let them take it. Because at that mind, family, when these things go, this is the blessing for us who pray and fast and meditate and do things like that. We'll be more calm in these situations. Those who have studied and know the Most High and know what's coming will be more calm because we'll know what's going on. But for those who have dedicated all their life to money, to the world, family, they're going to be so scared because all they know, what does the word say? It says those who try to save their lives will lose it. And those who lose their lives will save it, right? So those who don't know nothing about the Most High, who didn't spend time seeing, family, they're going to be so scared because they're afraid of death, because they don't know what comes next, because they have no faith in the Spirit. They have no true faith in the Most High. So they're going to be going crazy. So if you have some bottled water and one, look, if you know it's going to cause undue harm, and you just give them the water because you already know you can go get some more. You know the Most High going to take care of you. Or if it's a situation where maybe you know you can overpower, if something happens, God forbid, and you know that you can't get no more water, then by all means, defend yourself and be like, no, you can't have it. But you always assess each situation, family. Every situation you're not supposed to fight. You gotta get rid of ego. Some situations yes, some situations no. Y'all just gotta be smart, family. Look, and I'm not wishing this upon nobody, family, but the truth is, Babylon has to fall in order for the true kingdom, in order for Atlantis to rise, in order for the Most High's kingdom to come in. This kingdom that is ruling now has to fall. It has to. That's just the way of the water. Movie reference. Anyway, but I'm done, family. I think I didn't kind of beat the subject to death. But I just want to put that out there. Some interesting. Remember, family, these twos, boy, these twos, family, going down. These twos. Oh, and also once again, family, remember, like I said, all kinfolk ain't skinfolk. All skinfolk ain't kinfolk, and that go for white people too, Asian people, Hispanic. This go for your own people. Remember, family, we looking for those with a similar spirit, with a similar desire to praise the Most High. So once again, to my Israelite brothers and sisters by blood, don't just assume that all so-called white, Hispanic, Asian people so are bad and out to get you, because that's not true. Some of them do want to serve the Most High. Now that don't mean you just trust them and you just kumbaya and welcome every person in. And this goes for you so-called and so-called white, Asian, Hispanic people, Arabs. I'm African. I'm talking to y'all too. This goes for you within your own people, but then this also goes for Israelites too, because just because you're Israelite don't mean you're Hebrew. We're looking for people with true Hebrew spirits, family. This is the time for everyone true Hebrew spirits and desire to serve the Most High and live by the word to come together, of all different colors. And I say this again, family. This is a true Hebrew Israelite who is of the blood, has done away with their ego. They're not puffed up. They're not trying to lord over people. But y'all have to understand, in order to be a part of the multitude, you have to acknowledge and accept the fact that my people of different shades of brown are the Israelites and the chosen priests to lead the earth in truth and wisdom. That don't mean that we all supposed to be kings. Remember, y'all still have your kingdoms, but we are the head. We are the mouthpiece for the Most High. And it's up to you to acknowledge that with no ego, but in humbleness. And a true Israelite, a true Hebrew Israelite will not use that. Will not, even though you humble yourself, will not let their ego get the best, and they will not going to lord over you like an evil tyrant. Because a true Hebrew Israelite is like the master, like Yahushua. At the end of the day, there should be no kings. There shouldn't be nobody leading. We should all lead ourselves by the Spirit of the Most High within us. Because the law is within our hearts. A true king is a servant to the people. A true queen is a servant to the people. A true high priest king is a servant to the people. They're there to serve the people by being the mouthpiece of the Most High. They're there to lead by example, not to take advantage of you and be like, oh, I'm over you, I'm better than you because the Most High talks to me. The Most High could take that voice away real quick. So family, this ain't a message. This ain't me out here either. And to my people, this ain't me out here being one of those people, trying to cozy up to Gentiles. No. It's not how it is. But look, like I said, I trust nobody. I don't care if you look like me. I don't trust you either. I don't care if you call yourself an Israelite. Because just because you're Israelite, once again, don't mean you're a Hebrew. Don't mean your heart in the same place. Don't mean your heart and spirit in the right place. Because sometimes you could be so Israelite that you all flesh and no spirit. So you have no spiritual discernment. So you just as bad as these Christians that we talk about. And look, I'm going to be honest. If you want to call yourself a Christian, you come near me. Look, family. I know I talk a lot of mess. I grew up Christian. But I'm not going to shun you. Like I said, I'm going by your spirit and how you treat me. So if you still want to call yourself a Christian, I'm not going to trip about it. As long as you know the truth and you acknowledge the truth. But if you're a Christian still in this lie trying to be in the church, stay away from me. Because I can't trust you. Because you'll flip on me too. Because you're not in the truth. You'll flip. I only want to be around people who are in the truth. But even then, I'm not saying I trust them. I have faith in them. But I only have faith in them until they show me I can't have faith in them no more. By their choices. But anyway, family. Once again, all skin folk ain't kin folk. This ain't a time to be taking sides and be like, oh, because you this or this. Now, look, family, y'all understand what I'm saying. I know what world we live in, and I know especially my tribe of people, my people, the Israelite, man, we are hated by all other tribes. And I don't expect the majority, look, to be honest, this message, I don't expect the majority of the other tribes to ever accept this truth within this lifetime. I don't expect them to accept this unless the Most High would step down out of the skies and force them to get on their knees and accept it, because then they ain't gonna have no choice. But before that day comes, or however that event looks, I don't expect the majority of Gentiles, or the majority of other people in other tribes, the other tribes that come from Japheth. I don't expect the majority of Asian, Hispanic, white, Latino, Arab, Hamites to accept Israelites, especially with how media is always putting the light and the gaze on most of our worst people, hood people, or hood ninjas, because we all don't act like that. That's not all how we care. We all ain't thieves. We all ain't murderers. We all ain't trying to be in a trap selling drugs and stuff like that. But that's what media tells people. So, but I understand why they do it, and I understand why some people will feel that way. But at the same time, understand that every tribe has these same people within their tribe. But yet the news media doesn't blast your people like they do ours. Remember, when your people do something, oh, that's just that one person. But when our people do something, oh, that's how they are. That's how they always act like that. So best believe I understand what world I live in. And I understand that most people ain't gonna be able to accept this. But I still do know and believe and have faith that there are those so-called white, Hispanic, Asian, Arab, Hamites who do know the truth, see the truth, and desire to be a part of the multitude. They desire to attach themselves to the Israelite nation, to become proselytes, to become adopted into the nation, to become Israelites themselves. But like I explained in the last video, you're making the sacrifice today so your descendants can be grafted in to the Israelite nation. I do believe there are those, although look, I don't believe it's the majority, but I know that y'all are out there, especially some of y'all watching my video. I know you're out there. I know there are Gentiles out there who are sympathetic to Israelites, who listen to the word of the Most High, who acknowledge that the true Israelites are so-called black people who are spread out across the four corners, and not Hamites. This ain't nothing against my Hamite African brothers and sisters, but the truth needs to come out about who we are. There are those Gentiles out there who admit it and have no problem following us because they want to be delivered. They want to be saved, and they're doing the right thing. So best believe this is not a message. This is not me favoring nobody. I'm being honest. Most of y'all ain't about that life. Most of y'all don't care. So I don't expect. So I'm not going to, like I said, first of all, I don't trust nobody. But then even my own people, the Bible says 2/3. A lot of my own people don't believe in this message. And even some do, but even some do believe in this message, but they still don't want to change. So once again, I'm not taking no sides of skin tone. I'm taking sides of the spirit. What is your fruits? What is your spirit? Who do you serve? Who is your creator? Not who is your God. We are all gods. Especially with my channel by now, we should be past that God word and have deeper understanding. Who do you serve? Gods or the creator? I serve the creator, not gods. I am a God. So if I'm a serve a God, if I'm a serve a God, I'm gonna serve myself. Or Yahushua. Yahushua is the only God I serve. Because Yahushua serves who? The Most High Creator of all things. Yahushua is my master. Anyway, family, without further ado, I'm done. Thank you for joining me in Unsectarian Wisdom. I am a healthy, wise, strong, protected, celestial being that is loved by the Most High Creator. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe.